Oh, and this is powdered snow that I just ran into. This is very dangerous. Let me just see what I can do about this. Yeah, this is not good. You can just look around and just see these huge mountain range here, which is just crazy to see, really, all these things. This packed ice up there. Hey guys, and welcome back to Minecraft Survival Hardcore in the 1.18 Experimental Snapshots. You may notice Gemma and I now have full iron armor, and that is because we went to this massive cave and got ourselves that. In this episode, we're going to be doing some exploring and basically try and find ourselves the other half of the Caves and Cliffs update, the cliffs or large mountains. There's already a large mountain over here, so I think that would be a good lookout space to go from. And I guess we can basically, just get right on our way here. We have basically everything with us that we need. Earlier over there we got some trees for our house there, which is good. Yeah, basically I just think that'd be a good place to kind of start looking from. And we'll probably just go, what is this, roughly south, I guess, and just kind of see what kind of mountains we can find there. Because there is a lot of really cool stuff they added in 1.18, even just in these small experimental snapshots already. And I think it'd just be cool to see what we can find, because there's a lot to explore in this update. And I think what we're coming up to right up here is a bit of terrain that we had deforested, because it looks like this is slowly turning into a taiga biome. This was a taiga biome, but we got the trees out of there. Those lilies of the valleys might be nice or something anyway. There's this massive cave down there we saw earlier, but we'll just kind of keep going since this episode we're going to kind of focus on the mountains, which we're kind of in one already, which is good. So basically, if we kind of head through here, through all these trees, I believe there is a small mountain up here. Like you can see there's a bit of snow up there, so it's definitely at a higher elevation. It's just I'm not exactly sure where we could actually get to, like, let's say a snowy peaks or one of the biomes more so like that. Of course I have to avoid some of these crazy drops. I mean, if we had feather falling on here, it wouldn't even be like it's hardcore, because really fall damage is the biggest danger I found with the hardcore in 1.18. So yeah, and oh my goodness, that is a huge mountain over there. And a ruin portal. That is so awesome. Wow, that is insanely lucky. Oh, and even a lava lake. That is super cool. Do you see all that, Gemma? It's awesome. It does look, though, like there's some sort of something, maybe a cave there. So if we go around, we can hopefully get whatever's in the super cool ruin portal there. That's super, super awesome. If I can just dig my way through here. Yeah, it looks like it goes right into another massive drip leaf cave there. Or not drip leaf, but lush cave. And we're not going to go there right now. Actually, like a floating ruin portal. That is so weird. I did bring with me some spruce slabs because they work very well as kind of bridging material, which I am assuming we will need and we're already using already, because there's a lot of big gorges and things like that that tend to generate in this. So if I head over here, we can kind of find our way here without using too much of this. And yeah, it looks like it's basically just the full ruin portal here. We have just all these kind of stuff. That gold block would be awesome, so I'll grab that. If we can get it down here. There we go. I'll have to kind of stack up here. But there we go. There's a gold block. And a moment of truth. What's in this chest? Ooh, that's pretty good. We have 7 golden carrots, an efficiency 1 golden shovel, a little bit of iron, a bunch of gold nuggets, golden horse armor, and 2 gold chest plates, which is pretty good. Now, I don't believe gold chest plates are actually even as good of an armor value as, let's say, iron would be, but it's still a good thing to have. So without me falling down and dying of fall damage, probably going to make my way over here. This looks like kind of a bit of a crevice or a crack, and I think that's a new type of cave they've added too. But either way, you can kind of see there's the super cool lush cave starting there. So where did we see that mountain? I think it was over here, next to this fire hazard. Yeah, it's crazy some of the mountains you can find, and I'm hoping this is one of the best ones we can find. So looks like there's actually a couple taiga trees here, mega taiga trees, that is. Of course we're in a taiga, but yeah, that is huge. Oh my goodness, that's like a huge mountain range. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, if we can get over to that, that would be amazing to explore that kind of just huge mountain range. Yeah, like look at that. That looks like a meadow biome, and looks like maybe a snowy peaks. I'm not sure, but just looks like a massive mountain biome. And I guess we'll just keep heading this way, but it's pretty cool to see the fall down a bit there, I guess. It's pretty cool to see the generation, just where, you can have kind of normal flatter terrain, kind of more like where we were. But you can also see stuff like these massive mountain ranges here. And I do hear a burning zombie, so I'll be a bit careful there. And if I can kill that, we can probably be able to go to sleep. All right, we have now slept. And if we head over here across these trees, then we can get ourselves over to this amazing mountain biome, which is going to be super fun to explore. Now, of course, there's always dangerous pitfalls, so we can try and avoid those. But in fact, it looks like there's actually a huge gorge here. I guess this would be a river biome, probably. So I suppose we'd want to do is make some sort of a bridge. Probably not a super good looking one, since for now it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to tightly hold on to the shift key, because of course doing this wrong would be death. And then going like this, just to hopefully not fall off, because it's crazy to think that right now if I let go of shift, that's literally the end of this series. So a little bit nerve-wracking, but if we can get to the other side of this, then we should be good, because this is kind of, I'm assuming, the most dangerous thing other than the peaks themselves, which of course are going to be quite dangerous as well. Yeah, if you just shift like that, you should be safe. We can basically just kind of just make our way up here, I guess. I think this kind of works in layers. So like we're on like the dark forest layer. And I do hear a skeleton, not a good thing. There it is right there. Okay, there we go. There's our little achievement there. Ouch, and it hit me again. That seems like its arrows are not being too functional, which is good, because we do have our armor. Working somewhat well. There we go. And there's some arrows. And I'll actually give those to Gemma over here if I can find her, because she has a bow and arrow she crafted. Yeah, there it is. And there's some extra arrows for that. Yes, I believe this is a meadow biome, a pretty awesome biome, really. And you can kind of see it's characterized by all these flowers. I believe the meadow biome actually has different flowers, like sometimes says alliums, I believe. So I'm not sure whether or not this is maybe a little bit of an older meadow, might have generated a bit earlier. But wow, just look at this. This is just insane. Now for starters, we're at Y136 right here. So we're already absolutely on top of a mountain. But as well as that, we can just look around and just see these huge mountain range here, which is just crazy to see, really, all these things. This packed ice up there, I guess, but just amazing area here. This would be a super cool place to settle down to, but we already have a nice place we've settled. But yeah, I'm just kind of taking a good look around here, really, because again, this is just amazing. We can kind of see there the mountain we were on. And that's kind of the normal terrain height over there, but we're already, from here, this looks like, oh, it's kind of just, mountains with this, but these mountains are crazy, but considering that we're already on a mountain with this meadow, pretty awesome stuff. So I suppose it would be good, without falling into that little cave there, I suppose it would be good if we probably explored up the hill here or something, kind of just see what we can find. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I mean, just super cool. So I guess what we'll do is we'll probably just kind of head up the hill here. I don't know if that would be powdered snow or not up there, so we'll have to be careful. But either way, just a beautiful biome, and it's cool to see a new biome or two, or multiple biomes in the game. It's crazy to think that such a large feature of an update was just one of the things that people voted on a long time ago, because usually those biome vote things are very, very small. Which I believe in this year's Minecon Live we're going to be voting on a mob, which is pretty cool. But either way, just crazy to see how people's votes have made such a big difference to the game, or at least will make a big difference when this update comes out. But this does not appear to be powdered snow, which is a good thing. And this is just crazy kind of terrain generation. Just seems like something you'd see in a mod or just in some kind of crazy data pack. Oh, and this is actually powdered snow. Hopefully you can get out of that before I freeze to death. If you want to just get out of there, Gemma, before you freeze. Let's see if we have any leather on us. We don't, so we're going to have to actually kind of be careful here. There is a visual difference. So if you want to just follow me, yeah, we can kind of see it. It's over there. So if we just head up this way, as long as we keep our eyes open for what it looks like, and I'm so glad it has a different texture, because my goodness, it would be difficult to navigate if it didn't. Then we should be able to safely get up to the summit, but you can kind of see there's some over there. So just the textures, the smooth one, I believe, is the one, and I'm getting some serious frame drops here. I think that's because of the this crazy terrain. They said these things are in no way optimized, and that's like the biggest issue right now. But anyway, hopefully we can still enjoy what this terrain looks like visually, even if we're not going to get all the frames. And wow, this is just crazy. So I guess there's part of that there. You can kind of see the normal terrain height, and it's kind of stepping up to here. It looks like the pinnacle of the summit is right up here. And wow, that's actually a pillager outpost over there. That is crazy. That pillager outpost would be all the way up there, and it's kind of crazy because it looks like this area is basically a huge mountain range just kind of curling around this mountain meadow there. And it kind of reminds me a bit of like something you see in Switzerland with like these kind of high up areas that are flat where people are maybe farming or living with like a chalet or something. And then you have these massive mountains on top, but everything's kind of on a mountain already. But just looking around here, like I guess this is packed ice. If you don't have silk touch, we'll have to be careful not to slip off and die. But just crazy. I think this is actually probably the highest point. Which, what is this? This is 208. That is a crazy tall mountain. I mean, it's not ridiculously tall, but it certainly is a tall mountain. So that is super awesome here. I might just actually lower my render distance a bit because I think this update is just a little bit unoptimized for things like loading all this in. Alright, so here we are with slightly less dramatic views, but certainly still a better experience and some more workable frames. So there we go. Yeah, this is just crazy, this kind of mountain range. And we did see that pillager outpost over there, so I suppose we could take a look. It's a bit dangerous, but this is just crazy, these mountains. But anyway, just a really cool thing to look at. Looks like there's actually some goats there, which is cool. But yeah, just it's nice to kind of see the new blocks that were added in 1.17 to be kind of paired with the world generation of 1.18. And yeah, here's this cute goat here, which is pretty cool there. But really just cool, and there's the funny sounds they make. But yeah, so there was a pillager outpost over there, and I think that thing just jumped like crazy. That's really cool. Yeah, just amazing terrain like this we would never ever be seeing in a different update there. And yeah, just super cool. Now again, I want to look out a bit for powdered snow here because that would be pretty dangerous. And this is quite a sharp peak here. In fact, oh, that looks she's a drop off right there. So maybe, maybe if we go down this way and then kind of be careful, but yeah, it looks like there's some kind of a cave intersecting that, so I think our best bet is probably to go down here and then fall onto the top of that tree like this. We'll lose about 1 heart of health, which isn't too bad. Yeah, look at that, we were on like some kind of weird jutting out thing, which is interesting. So if we kind of just fall down there and then kind of go like this, that's going to be fine. But yeah, this is just really crazy stuff, honestly. Like, what in the world is this? That's just crazy. We didn't even see it from up there. If we hadn't fallen down here, we probably would have almost died. Probably not quite died, but been pretty close to it. So I guess the pillager outpost is over there, so we can take a look. Just kind of exploring. I guess we're going east now, but I guess we're kind of from there. Pretty close to our house. So yeah, just crazy stuff like this. Just amazing just to kind of look at this and think of all the things we could build with this. I like how inspiring the new terrain is. Really, there's a lot of really cool stuff here, but we can have a kind of our mountain climbing adventure here, but which is super awesome. And if we can hopefully find our way around here, at least maybe not quite to the pillager outpost. Not sure if we want to really attack those or not. But just some super cool terrain here to look at. And especially with the new mobs here, like the goats, and some of the new biomes and stuff. Like, of course, this biome, and the meadow. Oh, and this is powdered snow that I just ran into. Gemma, if you want to be very, very careful there. This is very dangerous. So let me just see what I can do about this. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, wait, I just broke it. Okay, I'm good. Gemma, if you want to just stay right up there. Yeah, just be really careful. Okay, that was very, very dangerous. It just shows the danger of the powdered snow, really. So if I can basically just, because you can break it, and it's pretty easy to break it, just it's very dangerous. It kind of reminds me of like how I've heard stories of skiers getting kind of trapped in snow and getting quite hurt. But yeah, that is crazy. Like you can kind of see the texture difference, so it's a little bit different here. But we're really experiencing the perils of this, and I probably can place a block actually right in it. Oh no, I can't. It's funny because you pick it up like a bucket. But you kind of have to work on it like this. So this is very interesting. It'd actually be cool to do something just like I'm doing right now with these slabs in like a ski resort or something, where it's like, oh, danger, wet snow or something, and you'd have to kind of walk on these, and if you don't, you'd fall down to your death. But if you only just shift on this, Gemma, it's quite dangerous if you fall in there. So we'll just kind of get over to the safe side over here. I believe this is safe here. It is, yes. So if you want to go over here, that's awesome. But just super crazy stuff like that it's scary, but it is a very cool feature. So I'm just going to keep my eyes open a little bit more. I think the pillager outpost is right up here, and it's just crazy to see this kind of thing. So, oh, and there's some more powdered snow. Okay, it is pretty crazy, honestly, this powdered snow stuff. I'm just going to create us a dirt trail. In fact, I have this stupid gold shovel here. That would actually be perfect to kind of dig through this here a bit. So if we want to just kind of use that, keep your eyes open though, really, and it's interesting that there'd be a danger associated with blocks. That's something you wouldn't usually see. But anyway, it looks like the sun is just about setting here, so we'll probably just sneak into bed here, and then we can just sleep here before the zombies come out and try and kill us. Although, really, I feel like something that's kind of cool that I'm noticing in this new update is it does seem like the dangers are a bit more varied. Like I would say overall, you're probably going to run into a few less mobs, but the amount of danger from, like, let's say something like fall damage is extremely increased. And I don't think this is actually powdered snow anymore. There is also stuff like powdered snow, where there's a danger with the actual blocks, which again I think it's cool to kind of see the whole just the whole way that the game works surrounding danger to be completely rehauled or overhauled. But wow, just crazy stuff like this. Just this view is worth the trip. Just crazy to see, like, what in the world is this? And I could just imagine the amazing, like, just the crazy ski slopes you could make with this. And it's just like a view like this is just insane. Funny how, like, you have like that little bit of mesa and desert there, so there's certainly some generational issues still. But just to kind of see where this is going, like, this isn't something you'll see every day, but it is cool to see something like this generate. So probably just kind of be on the top of the mountain and head over. And again, I'm going to kind of look at the textures here. So this could probably be very hard for someone who has issues seeing details like that. So definitely good to stay alert here because, yeah, we don't want to die there. And of course, it does add a bit of danger there. Okay. So if we kind of head over here, it looks like it's kind of a mix of normal. Oh, and there goes that. I guess it'll flood down there. It doesn't really matter, I guess. So we'll kind of just head over here. It'd be kind of cool if that froze, but I guess it probably won't. Probably go all the way down there, really. All the way. Oh, yeah, there it goes. I've created a waterfall. That's pretty cool, though. But anyway, I like how the powdered snow is kind of in patches, so you can kind of navigate around it. It's not like, you know, a definitive danger that you can never fix. It's just something that's definitely there that needs to be looked out for, but that's good. It'd be cool to see like a Yeti or a snow monster or something cool up here. I think they're going to vote on something like that where there'd be like a... I think it's going to be called the Iceologer or something. I shouldn't keep breaking these, but yeah, we can actually probably ride down on the water. That'd be probably cool. But I think they're going to add something called like the Iceologer or something, where it was like an evil illager that would live up here. It probably would have been in like something exactly like that pillager outpost over there, which is pretty cool. And we would go over the pillager outpost, but the thing is that pillager outposts do tend not have that good of loot. There really isn't that much amazing in them. And I don't feel like getting killed by pillagers and having this world end, but if we can kind of just use this as like a water slide like this, just kind of fighting the current there, we can kind of have a fun way of getting down the water and then don't have to even worry about any powdered snow, like I think there's any on our path anyway. I'm just actually noticing here, the watercolor here is extremely dark. I'm not sure if that's what it's meant to be or not, but I do know that like watercolor changes per biome, and it seems like this watercolor here is of an extreme darkness, which is interesting. I'm not sure if that's because of the biome. Like, it does seem to be lighter up there. I'm not sure if that's just the background blocks it's on, but either way, it does seem to be very, very dark here, which is interesting. And I think we're pretty well back to this mountain meadow here, but just awesome terrain, like just even something like this, just amazing. Maybe if we just quickly walk down here, we can get a good little look at this ravine here. And it's interesting to see the dead bushes here. Is this a meadow? It is a meadow, and it literally just says Minecraft:meadow there, so that is interesting. But it is just a very cool biome grouping. Let's see what we have down here. It looks like some sort of a cave of some sort. Oh, it's actually a bit of a dripstone cave. Probably is a very good and large dripstone cave underneath there. We can probably just grab a little bit of that while we're here. And I'm probably not going to explore all of that right now, but it is pretty cool to grab a bit. And I think I have an extra pickaxe. There we go. Let's see if stone can grab this. Well, it looks like it can. So yeah, there's still a bit of dripstone there. That must connect to something else, you would think. It may not, though, but it probably would, since it seems like these cave biomes are extremely large. So I would be very shocked if this wasn't connected to something a lot bigger. Maybe if we just put this there, then we can kind of block that up. And we can grab ourselves the dripstone here, which is awesome. And maybe this connects into something. It doesn't look like it really. But either way, just nice to get some of these new blocks as well. We can decorate our house with it to truly make it a 1.18 house, as it'll be in the 1.18 generation with the 1.17/1.18 blocks. And actually, while we're at it, we need this coal as well, so I might grab a little bit of that. But just super cool. Like, stuff like this is just... it's cool because I see it as kind of expanding the possibilities of the game, and as Minecraft is a game that already has so many possibilities, I think that overall, as long as they balance the biomes right and they make sure everything like that works out well, we don't have a lot of microbiomes and stuff, I think it'll really just make the game be super cool. And it's nice to explore it in these 1.18 snapshots just like this, even if for part of them we're just getting coal like this, but still just super cool to explore these new mountain biomes, just kind of see what there is, like even just A view like that might not seem so spectacular, but it's something you wouldn't really see even in the versions before it, especially with those solid snow blocks. I believe actually full snow blocks like that used to only generate in the, I believe it was just in the ice spikes, and the ice spikes would have the solid blocks, but that was it. So just super cool there. It looks like Gemma's found some more coal down here, which is good. I'll probably just block up the water there so you don't drown from the waterfall here. We're kind of in a bit of a goalie here of some sort. There's also this super cool ravine here next to where we were mining the coal there, where we have just this massive goalie here with the sand on the sides. I think that's maybe meant to be a beach biome, I'm not sure, possibly a desert. And we have this massive, what looks like a river, but is actually I believe a flooded aquifer cave. But two things are really cool about this. First of all, to see how beneath the water, how the mountain kind of continues on in the same format, which I like because it looks a lot like real life, where there's not a distinctive line between, oh, now this is a ravine. It's actually just a flooded part of a deep crevice there. But also just how it kind of is so jutting out, but is wide enough it's not like kind of a small little crack like we were seeing earlier between those two bits of the dark forest biome. Yeah, just super awesome to see generation like this. Like, just something like this is just so inspiring, and to think that this will be what all the terrain looks like, or at least a lot of it. But it's not overused either. Like, it's not like it'll look like this everywhere. But either way, just some super cool stuff to look at here, and just to kind of explore what Minecraft's going to look like in about 4 or 5 months. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed us exploring the 1.18 caves, which is super awesome. Not the caves, the cliffs. And the caves are super awesome as well, which we explored in the last episode. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. All these things that help my channel. I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Goodbye.